Hey guys, Aaron Radcliffe here with Nomads Nation, and today we are doing an epic roundup of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 best tech backpacks. We've broken up this list into 5 different categories, so you can easily find the best tech backpack for you and your specific needs. And the coolest part is that every single backpack that we review has its own independent review. So if you like any of the backpacks that we're talking about in this guide, check out the description for links to the full review. Real fast, before we jump into the actual video, let's talk a quick backpack theory for what a tech backpack actually is. It's pretty basic. A tech backpack is simply a backpack that carries tech gear. This means that the backpack has to do 2 things. Number 1, they need to be able to properly store and organize your tech gear. And number 2, they need to be able to properly protect your tech gear. And by tech gear, I'm really specifically talking about mostly laptop gear. So laptops, mouses, keyboards, Bluetooth speakers, things sort of that nature. Simple as that. Numero uno is the best tech backpack for long-term travel, the Tortuga Outbreaker. The Tortuga Outbreaker is a huge travel backpack that is perfect for tech gear in both its ability to organize your tech gear and the way that it protects your tech gear. Specifically, when it comes to durability, this could be the most durable backpack I have ever reviewed. I'll tell you why in a second. This thing is a monster backpack, and with that, there's going to be drag and additional weight, but it's a long-term travel backpack, so it's kind of, it does what it's supposed to do. Let's talk about some specs with the Tortuga Outbreaker. First spec, it comes in 2 sizes. You got a 35 liter and this guy, the 45 liter. You only have one color option, that is the black that your eyes see before you right now. The 45 liter weighs 5.1 pounds and the 35 liter weighs 4.6 pounds. The price is gonna cost you $299 US for the 45 liter. And $269 for the 35 liter. A really important spec with this backpack too is like this padding right here. Like, look at this. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, it's a mattress. This backpack, the Tortuga Outbreaker, they should rename it to the Tortuga Mattress. It's important though, because think about it. If you're lugging around a bunch of tech gear as a long-term traveler, especially like a digital nomad, all my digi nomads out there, that's heavy. It's weighing down on your back, so you want something to help bear that burden, that weight, and the Tortuga mattress will help you do that. And one other thing to note, which is extremely important about this backpack, is the external materials. Very unique. I've only seen it done on a few backpacks. This is the same material that is used on sailcloths of sailboats. That means that this backpack can sail the 7 seas. Maybe not that much, but it is extremely durable. Real fast, some pros and cons of the Tortuga Outbreaker. Pro number 1, this is the most durable large travel backpack that I've ever reviewed. And that's good if you have tech gear. Pro number 2 is I love the interior materials, well, and the exterior materials, but the interior materials, I mean, look at how really well organized this is for all of your little tech gear, all of your little tidbits. You can put up stuff there, you got stuff there, and it's really nice materials. And that refers to this section and the actual tech compartment section in the back. I mean, look at that. This is like, if you carry tech gear, like this is a masterpiece for you. Especially like, oh my God, the padding tab, touch that, just touch it, touch it. Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's furry.
I know, it's like they skinned a polar bear for that. Hopefully they didn't. No polar bears were hurt for the filming of this review or for the making of this backpack, but if you love your laptop and you want to treat your laptop like royalty, this tech compartment will accomplish that. And then finally, pro number 3 is that the suitcase-like opening makes it very easy to access your stuff. So you got this big old clamshell style, kaboom, you're in like that, and it makes it easy to pack and it makes it easy to remove your items, which is great if you got a bunch of tech gear. Maybe you can't fit everything into here, so you gotta throw some stuff there. Easy access is awesome. But on the flip side, there are a few cons of this backpack. Con number 1 is that while you are getting that nice comfort, it's really bulky and it's heavy. And con number 2 is that although you're paying for all these really nice materials, it's kind of pricey, 300 bucks. Not cheap. If you are interested in learning more about the Tortuga Outbreaker, then check the links below and you should totally watch our full review of this bad boy. I think it's the first review we ever did. 1 down. Next up, number 2 on our list. This is the best tech backpack for photographers. It's the Boundary Supply Prima system. I f***ing love this guy. One of the coolest backpacks I've ever reviewed, the Boundary Supply Prima system might be the most feature-heavy pack in the world. It's crazy how much bang for your buck you get with this guy. It's got a real cool, like, adventurous sort of look to it. And although it's technically designed for photographers, I think that anybody can get amazing value out of it. The real selling point of this backpack is the modular travel system, which we'll talk about in a second, as well as like the cool little add-ons that are included with the pack. Some of the coolest features being these fidlock openers right here. I am in love with them. They are far and away the coolest opening system I have ever experienced. It's so much fun. These things are pricey and they're just a joy to use and to do this. Woo! This is a blast. A few other things are included with the Boundary Supply Prima system. For instance, this right here, which they call the field space. Pretty effing cool. It's like a little, it's like a little desk. Yeah, it's like a little creative desk station. You can slide your pens in there and you got a couple of nice pockets. And these are really nice and elasticy. And you can even slide like a tablet in there or a notebook. I think you can put your laptop if you have a smaller one in there. Very cool. And it also comes with this guy. I can't remember the name of it, but it is like a photographer pouch used for your DSLR and other things. Great for lenses, great for batteries, and if you're not a photographer, you can just use this as kind of like a little sling because you can actually take the waist strap off of the Boundary Supply Prima system, hook it onto this guy, and then boom, you got a sling. Some specs about the Boundary Supply Prima system is that it's a 25 liter that can expand to 30 liters. That's basically done via the roll top. You would want to loosen this. The looser you go, the higher you can pop this up. 30 liters max. The weight is 3 pounds, 12 ounces, and it's gonna cost you around $250 US. Worth noting, I don't love the comfort of any Boundary Supply products. I find them to be a little too coarse, like, as opposed to like the mattressy-ness of the Tortuga Outbreaker. This one's just a little bit harsher. It doesn't quite have the coziness and the materials are harsher, but on the flip side, that's so they can be more durable. So win some, lose some. And speaking of durable, all these exterior materials are incredibly durable. This is a Codra water repellent nylon, and the interior materials also feel very premium. Pros and cons of the Boundary Supply Prima system. Pro number one is the next level features. There's so many features, I can't even begin to talk about them all right now. Check the full review, but there's tons of. Pro number two is the sweet Indiana Jones, I'm an adventurer type look. But pro number three is that we're talking about backpacks that are good for tech gear. This is the photographer recommendation because it is a photography backpack, but because of all the other additions like the great tech compartment and that little field space like notebook compartment, like this is good for somebody who has tech gear and is also a photographer. It's just kind of the best of all worlds. But on the flip side, a few cons. Con number one, probably too many features for the average person. And con number two is that although this top handle looks baller, you're like, dude, look at that. Like, sweet. It's actually highly uncomfortable and it's a very unfunctional top handle, which is annoying because I love me a good top handle. You can barely fit your fingers into this. So I'm like, I need more of a loop. Look at how tight that is. There's no. Want to learn more about the Boundary Supply Prima system? Description below. Click the link. Watch the review. Next up, number 3 on our list of the best tech backpacks is the Nomatic Messenger Bag. I know what you're saying. Aaron, you just said messenger bag? To which I retort, yeah, you make a good point. This is not a backpack. But I wanted to put it on the list because while it's not a backpack, if you are somebody who carries tech gear, you might not even know it, but a messenger bag might be a better option for you. So let's talk about it. The Nomatic Messenger Bag is a messenger / briefcase hybrid that's perfect for business professionals. This bad boy is made to carry tech gear and look really professional while doing it. The capacity is actually pretty impressive. There's a ton of stuff that you can fit in there. But most importantly, it's organized in a way to fit all of your tech stuff. The Bluetooth keyboard, the Bluetooth mouse, all of it has a specific spot in the messenger bag and it's oh so delightful. But one thing to note, and this is not with just this messenger, it's with any messenger. While it looks professional, it's not gonna be as comfortable as a backpack. Just keep that in mind. Some specs about the Nomatic Messenger Bag. 15 liters, only comes in black. It's a heavy 3.8 pounds. and it runs $220 US. The materials are great, same as other Nomatic products. This is a tarpaulin. Tarpaulin's great for water resistance, but bad for scratch resistance, so try to keep this away from sharp corners and edges or samurai swords. And the interior materials are also really nice. Actually, I love these interiors. This is a nice silky, elasticy type pocket. Feels great. And remember, it's not just a messenger bag, it can also be briefed as well. You can pop the straps off and go from messenger bag to briefcase like that, voila, mother. But keep in mind, it's not a typical briefcase. Typical briefcases are like really thin. This guy's bulky, it's kind of big, so it's cool because you get that extra capacity, but it also kind of sucks because it's like you're carrying around this like heavy box. But then again, you get to do this, which is fun. Magnets. Whoa. Some pros and cons of the Nomatic Messenger Bag. Pro number one, really love the organization. So if you got tech gear and you want to throw the little tech things all over the techie place, this is the tech bag for you. Pro number two is that as opposed to a backpack, this one's gonna give you a more professional look. And pro number three, it's kind of awesome to actually go from like it's literally a briefcase when you want it to be a briefcase and a messenger when you want it to be a messenger. But on the flip side, here's some cons. Con number one, it's not that comfortable. And con number two, it's almost 4 pounds, which is pretty heavy. Think about it, a backpack can be 4 pounds and that's considered heavy and you're distributing the weight across both shoulders. But this guy, you're only carrying it on like one side. So when it's 4 pounds plus it's loaded, it's a little awkward. If you are interested in learning more about the Nomatic Messenger Bag, you know what to do. Check out the links, watch the review. Moving on. Number 4 on the list is the best everyday carry runner-up for tech gear, the Aer Tech Pack 2. The Aer Tech Pack 2 is an awesome everyday carry that is designed to do exactly as the name suggests, pack your tech stuff. See what they did there? This is evident by the hip/urban aesthetic, but also with the way the pack is organized. You got this really dope front compartment right here, which is great for tech gear. You know, you can throw stuff in here. And then you also got a second sort of tech compartment in the back. Some specs for the Aer Tech Pack 2. It only comes in black. The capacity is 17 liters. The weight is 3.8 pounds, which is pretty heavy. And the price is $240 US. Pretty pricey. Love what they did with the exterior materials. We got two things going on. We've got the side materials, which are a ballistic nylon done by Cordura, and they're sweet. And then on the front, we have polyurethane. We've got a polyurethane tarpaulin-esque sort of a material. So it's cool because this is nice and sleek and the ballistic nylon has a nice ruggedness to it and I love that contrast. Like all Aer products, the comfort is next effing level. Look at this beautiful, cozy padding, and that is reflected on the straps as well. Same stitch going on there, which is nice because if you're using this to lug around a bunch of tech gear, a little extra comfort goes a long way. Pros and cons for this one, I think pro number one is a really cool sort of look. I like the foldy, like hip kind of like, what's up, badass. Pro number two is going to be the amazing materials, and that includes the exterior materials that I was just raving about, but also this laptop compartment, like this little padding right here, this feels glorious. And pro number three is, I gotta say, I love this front pocket. You got little tech tidbits, portable batteries, iPod, backup headphones. You can just go ahead and put a slot for every single one of those there. It's a lot of fun. But on the flip side, a few cons. Con number one is that it's deceptively small. This thing looks pretty big, right? You're like, wow, that could fit a lot of stuff, but here's the deal. This sort of opening is actually really challenging to get into. And like when you try and open it, like it kind of like folds over on itself and it could be really annoying. It's not bad if you don't want to carry a bunch of stuff, but like if you're trying to carry something bulky, it's just not gonna fit into this main compartment. Con number two is that the zipper only comes to here on this side and it only goes to here on that side. And so yet again, compromised sort of opening, you can kind of get a little bit there, but like if you're trying to put more into this compartment, it's not gonna happen. It's good for a laptop, maybe one other thing, that's it. If you're interested in learning more about the Tech Pack 2, check the description below. We've got a link to a fresh review that we have just published of this bad boy. Which way is it gonna go? That way. And finally, my main tech backpack, my numero uno, my favorito, the Nomatic Backpack. The Nomatic Backpack is not for everybody, but if you carry tech gear, it's literally designed for you. It's a feature-heavy backpack that's got pockets galore. I mean, I'm talking pockets on pockets on pockets on pockets, and those pockets are good for all of your tech stuff. Especially this pocket right here. I love what they got going on. Literally, this backpack was specifically designed for people that have tech gear, people that have laptop, keyboard, Bluetooth, mouse, the whole kit and caboodle. Just like the messenger bag, it uses the tarpaulin, which means it's great for weather resistance. Rain ain't gonna hurt your tech stuff, but it might get scratched. Some Nomatic Backpack specs. It's 20 liters that can expand to 24 liters. The power of science. The power of zippers. Whoever invented the zipper is a f***ing genius. It only comes in black. The cost is around $250 US. Just like the Nomatic Messenger 2, the interior and exterior materials are premium. I love what they got going on here with all this stuff. These elastic pockets are silky smooth, and they just feel really nice. Some pros and cons. Pro number 1 is going to be the next level organization for all your tech stuff. It's good for your chargers, it's good for your phones, it's good for your iPods, anything techie, there's a pocket for all of it. Pro number 2 is going to be the expandability of being able to go from 20 to 24 liters. And also a quick note on expandability is if you like expandability, Nomatic also has a travel pack, and although they look the same, this one is a 20 liter that can expand to 30 liters. So it's better for sort of like short-term travel, just so you know. And pro number 3 is actually, so as opposed to the Aer Tech Pack 2, which like getting inside the main compartment is difficult, this one is super simple. Boom, everything's right there. And then when you expand from 20 to 24 liters and this pops out a bit, you can actually fit a fair amount of stuff in this main compartment. But on the flip side, some cons. Con number 1, this bad boy is super heavy. It's probably the heaviest everyday carry at 4.1 pounds, and you'll feel it. You'll definitely feel it. Con number 2 is that this tarpaulin does scratch, so be careful with it. And con number 3 is Nomatic markets that this backpack can go into briefcase mode. It's awful, the whole experience. I would show you, but I'd rather you watch the full review, so I'll just transition to that now. If you want to learn more about the Nomatic backpack and check out how duffel experience sort of transition is, but also see just how awesome the backpack is in general, check the links below and watch the full review. If you are still here, it probably means 2 things. It means A, you like backpacks, and B, you found this video useful. If that's the case, then please exit full screen, click the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and then more importantly, go down to the next video and keep watching more awesome Nomads Nation backpack reviews. We appreciate the support, guys, and we will see you next time.